Hi guys, this is Eunice and welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Shore Herbal Knowledge. This is Shore Herbal Medicine, and so today we're going to be talking about valerian root. I have mentioned valerian root before, but this subject has came back around, so we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about how great valerian root is and so forth and things like that. Okay, so valerian root is a great herb. It is grown. The root is used for pain, especially insomnia and all that. And we're gonna go ahead and get into this and so forth. Um, Valerian root is also great for anxiety and depression and things like that. Now, let me first say, valerian root is a pretty strong natural herb. Um, if you require a daily sleep supplement, valerian root is pretty good. But if you're going to require it for years and years and so forth, you may want to take a break from that and then go back and use it and so forth. Because valerian root is used for several other ailments as well and so forth. And it is a pretty strong medicine and so forth, but it is a natural root. It's a health benefit. It's a natural herb, and it is a great health benefit for those who are seeking help and so forth for these issues and so forth. Again, valerian root is great for improving sleep. It helps you to relax and things like that, so that you can get to sleep. So it is great for that, and 2 herbal capsules nightly and so forth will be, sufficient. It also is it help reduces anxieties and depression, things like that. And actually, this is one of the things that do help keep you up at night is anxiety, depression, and things like that. So if you can eliminate these things and so forth, then you will probably get a better night's sleep. You know, because sleep is important. We have to have sleep to be able to get up the next day, refresh ourselves, and to continue moving forward. But if we have all this stuff in our cells, like anxiety and depression, all that stuff, to prevent us from sleeping, it just continues to get worse. So we need to get a good night's sleep, which is what valerian roots does, and it does reduce anxiety and depression as well. It also is good for women with menopause, and so far it helps women out who has menopause, which is another issue that will help keep you up at night as well. It also for the pain that I'm talking about, menstrual pain, menopause, and also menstrual pain. So those are 2 things that valerian root is really good for. That is a great health benefits too. Muscle relaxer, again, it relaxes the bodies and things like that. So it's really great for that. It is a great potential aid for AHD, ADHD. I'll get right in a minute and checking my notes. And it's heart healthy. So valerian root is really a great herb to have around. I doing my research, they do caution about how long to use valerian roots and so far. And that's one of the reasons why I said, what I said in the first, if you're going to use valerian root as a daily sleep aid, yes, you could do that, and I would say I would recommend taking a break from that and so far. But for a daily sleep, because valerian root is such a potent, strong herb, and so far, because it do aid the pain and all other things and so far and everything. Yeah, I would take a short break from it and then start back up using it and so forth and things like that. Okay. Again, it is heart healthy. Reading from my notes now, and it does have, like I said, a potential side effect because it is such a strong herb and so forth, and therefore you need to take a break from it and so forth because all the other health benefits it gives you, you know that it is a powerful um herb, on natural powerful herbs and so forth. And doing the research, yeah, it does say right here is withdrawal, and from using Valerian root for years and years and years without a break and so far. So again, if you're going to use Valerian root for a sleep aid and so far, you will be taking it for a while. And then you will be taking a break for it and so far because of all the other benefits it does help you with. It's pretty much tells you that this is a pretty strong herb. Okay, so there is mainly one way I would use valerian root that I would recommend using valerian root, and that is in a capsule form. And all that. I'm not. We only have it in a capsule form. Do not make any elixir or tonics with valerian root. Just capsule and so forth. Because again, most of the people that comes to me are is having insomnia problems and so forth, and I usually recommend valerian root. Because valerian root is such a good herb for that, and that's what most people seek Valerian 4 is to help them because they have some kind of sleep disorder or something like that. So let's go back to the Valerian root and so far. And everything. So yeah, because I want to always double back on that to make sure that you do understand. And again, these are bullet points, and so far, you do need to do more research on valerian root. You need to do it yourself or seek a herbalist or healthcare provider to help give you, especially for those who are on other medications and things like that. You definitely need to seek a herbalist or healthcare provider and so forth when seeking this particular herb and everything, or any herb. In my opinion, seek a herbalist or healthcare provider because they can always look up the interaction with whatever drug or medicine that you are already traditionally taking. So that is the help that you will get from a herbalist or healthcare provider. They know these things and they can help you with that research and so far. And again, you can Google a lot of this stuff and do your research on your own to get that information and so far. So again, most people use valerian root as a sleep aid, even though it gives you so many other health benefits and so far. But that is one of the main reasons for seeking or using valerian roots. And all that is because it does improve sleep. It aids in the sleep disorder and insomnia and things like that. It do reduce anxieties and depressions. It does help with aid women who are in menopause, and it also does help women who have menstrual cramps. Now, a lot of women do. Well, of course, you know that menstrual cycle comes once a month. A lot of women do have a issue when it's their time when the cycle comes, and so for some women are in really great pain even at that time and so far and everything. So this will help them with the menstrual cramp. Also, too, I didn't mention for tension headaches. It is good for that as well. Tension headaches. I did mention muscle relaxers. It does relax the muscles and things like that. And it does have the potential benefits for to aid ADHD in certain people, teenagers and things like that. The age I would recommend any herb, other than hawthorn berry, elderberry, jasper syrups and all that and so forth for colds and immune system, this and that and so forth. I would only recommend a child to herbs 12 and older. I wouldn't recommend any herbs other than those three for children under 12 and so forth. Now, elderberry and things like that, which I'm trying not to get off the topic because we're talking about valerian root, but I just want to mention a couple herbs and so forth you can give to children pretty much at any age. But any other medicine other than stuff for colds and flus and things like that and so forth, I would recommend 12 and older. Okay, this is a 12 and older herb right here. Okay, it is also heart healthy. It helps the heart. Also, it is just a great and all around herb. I would not again recommend taking this for years and years and years without taking a break from it. It is good to use on a daily insofar as a sleep aid, as I said, and so far. But also, sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise. The lawnmower. Gosh. Okay, I'm about done anyway. Sorry about the noise. So anyway, think about that. Do your research. As I was saying, seek a herbalist or healthcare provider. This is a good and powerful herb and so forth. If you do use it as a sleep aid or an aid to help for your anxiety, depression, and so forth, and things like that, it is good for daily, but not for long terms without taking a break and then probably going back to it. If you have any questions about this herb or any other herb, please do make sure you contact me in the description or text me, whatever. In my YouTube channel, I will get back to you and answer your questions as best I can and all that. And thank you for joining me today on this herbal knowledge. I love to give out this herbal knowledge so that it will help you. And always, if you cannot use this information, you can